Good morning, y'all. We are currently, I'm getting the girls out of the car because we are at Avery's 4-month doctor checkup. And I can't believe she's already 4 months. But I wanted to bring you guys along. This is going to be like her 4-month update, but I wanted to bring you guys along with her appointment too because I always think that's interesting to see like how every doctor does those appointments differently and what all goes on at these appointments. So, we're here. Avery's asleep. I also have little Miss Paige with me, but we'll make it work. I want me to undress her to a fresh diaper so that they can get her weight and everything. This one's rearranging chairs. 16 whole pounds. I'm gonna take her length. They just lay her down on this and like mark these 2 spots from her head to her toes. And then they also measure her head circumference. Is Sissy so big? Is Sissy so big?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's getting so big. I don't remember all the exact things she said, but I'll show you her chart when they give it to me. Alright, Avery's perfectly healthy. The doctor just came and checked her out. This is her chart. So she's 90th, 70th, and 77th for weight. That's funny because she's such a chunk, huh? The 90th for height because she's tall. And then her head circumference is 77. You're such a big girl. Alright, we just got out of Avery's appointment. She's down here eating. But she's perfect still. Like everything about her is, so pretty much when the doctor comes in, I didn't film that obviously I don't think they allow filming, and obviously I'm trying to like engage with the doctor and figure out what she should be doing and if everything's good. He said that I could start pureed foods if I wanted, which I think I might just do it for fun. I did the same thing with Paige. I'd give her pureed foods every once in a while just for fun, because it's fun to like, you know, watch their reactions to them eating and stuff. And he said she's so strong that if I want to start like giving her little pieces of stuff that we're eating, if it's soft, that I can. So like baby led weaning, which is what I did with Paige. I think I'll probably still wait a couple months for that because, you know, there's no rush for anything. But if I wanted to start, I can. I always wait to feed her because if she has to get shots after her shots, that's the best way to calm her down is to like feed her. And she was supposed to get shots today. However, she didn't. Oh, are you okay? Are you okay? Yes. She didn't get shots today because our insurance in the beginning was we were having insurance issues getting her on our insurance in the beginning, so they pushed back her first shots. Therefore, all of her other shots are now going to get pushed back too. Well, just the last ones and these ones are going to get pushed back. So I have to come back in to get her shots like and do a little nurse's visit because she got her last set 2 weeks ago and they didn't want to do them that close together. So no shots today. But she's obviously still starving, so I took her back to the car to feed her. I absolutely could have fed her in there too, but I just took her back to the car because it's easier to strap Paige in and turn on a movie for her and let her be content and feed Avery than it is to do it in there with Paige running around being crazy because she's just at that age where she doesn't sit still. But yeah, he kind of just came in, checked all of her milestones, make sure, you know, he asked about her rolling over, and she rolls over back to front. She doesn't do front to back yet, which is funny because most babies are opposite. But I think a huge reason that has to do with that is because I didn't do a ton of tummy time with Avery. She's super strong, so I didn't need to do a ton of tummy time. Like, you know, her neck is very strong and stuff like that. So he's not worried about the fact that I didn't do tummy time with her, but he thinks that's probably why she does back to front, not front to back. So anyways, her appointment went really well. She's a big, chunky, healthy baby and we love her so much. So anyways, I will go home and sit down and do like a full, like talk about my postpartum and do like a full update on everything with her. And so that'll be the next clip you guys see. I was gonna say like in a couple hours, but it'll be like 2 seconds for you guys. Alright you guys, we're doing Avery's 4-month update. Say hi Avery. I'm 4 whole months old. I cannot believe how fast it's gone. It's so funny because I feel like as a mom, hold on, let me try and fix this. I feel like it's too high. Okay, I feel like that's a little bit better. But like I was saying, I feel like as a mom, the days are so long sometimes, but the weeks, months, years mostly months and years, I would say, maybe not weeks, but months and years go by so fast. It's like I turn around and, like, you guys know, Paige is already 3 almost. Like, why does it go so fast? I'm not a fan. But anyways, we had her doctor's appointment. Everything went perfect. You guys were there for all of that. Her chart says that she is 26 inches long, 16 pounds exactly, 16 and a half head circumference. So she's growing like crazy. And yeah, she's like 70th percentile, and then for height 92nd percent. But I'm not surprised by that, because as you guys know, like, Paige was kind of always like that too, and Garrett is 6'3", I am 5'10", like, we're both big people, so I don't expect to have little babies. But as far as how well, I did want to talk about postpartum really quick. I feel like postpartum is not talked about enough, and it's just like so frustrating because everyone's experience is different, and I've heard some absolutely terrible ones. I know some people don't really have any issues at all, and for me, I feel like I'm kind of falling in the middle of that. Like, it's just moments throughout the day. And after, I'm also frustrated because after talking to my doctor, I do feel like a lot of it also has to do with the fact that I decided to get on the depot shot. This is my first time on birth control, and I don't love it. This is my last time getting it as well. I just wanted to give it a few months. Like, I do not want another baby right now. I don't want another baby in the next year, actually. But Garrett doesn't want another baby at all. So we're kind of trying to give it a little bit of time before Garrett makes like the final decision to get snipped, if that's what he decides to do. I personally don't want him to, but I also am like, if he's done having babies, I'm content with where we're at. If he comes to me and says he wants to have 5 more, I'd be content with that too. So it kind of is up in the air, but I know for sure I do not want to get pregnant right now. Like, that would be miserable. So we're gonna give it another 3 months, because I just got the depot shot today, actually. You guys see my little ouchie. But it's kind of funny because when I went to my postpartum, my 6-week postpartum appointment, they were telling me like, oh, there's little to no side effects, like you might spot here and there. And I specifically remember asking them about weight gain, because I would love to lose weight. And they were like, they told me like, some women do, but it's not super common. And I'm learning that that's one of the most common side effects, is weight gain. So, and then this is like TMI, but also like my sex drive has been down a ton, which has never been an issue for me. And I was talking to my doctor, and she said that's another thing that the depot shot can cause. Overwhelming mood swings as another side effect of the depot. So between postpartum, because these are also all postpartum things too, between postpartum and adding the depot shot on top of that, Paige is here. Okay, watch out, mommy's trying to film, okay? I feel like it's just, I'm just a nut at this point. Like, I'm all over the place. Another huge thing that I've been dealing with is just overwhelming floods of emotion. So like, I'll be completely fine, and then all of a sudden I will just quite literally feel like overwhelmed with something. And then my emotions, like, from there are just all over the place. So I'll either get angry or I'll start crying. Like, it's just, the mood swings is kind of what it's like. So yeah, I don't really know what to do with that. I wouldn't say I have postpartum depression. But yeah, I'm not depressed or anything like that. It's just like, I would say anxiety more than anything. Like, I get overwhelmed and stressed out and cry a lot, overthink things, stuff like that, you know? So I don't really know. I'm hoping that the other thing that she told me is with breastfeeding, my hormones are going to be out of control regardless. She wanted, like, we want to test my hormone levels, but it would be a waste of money at this point, because no matter what, like, if I'm breastfeeding, they're going to be all over the place, especially with how much she's breastfeeding right now. So yeah, I'm pretty much just learned that I'm just screwed until I'm done breastfeeding and get off the depot shot. So we're gonna give it a little bit longer and see what happens. The thing that I'm constantly reminding myself is this is also temporary. Like, it's short term. Like, yeah, it feels long and sucks in the moment, but I also know, like, if I give it 7 to 10 months, I'll be out of this stage. Hopefully she'll be either weaned off of my boob, or will be close to her being done. I'm definitely not going to be getting the depot shot again, and I don't think I'm going to get on any birth control. I'm not a huge fan. It's not my thing. And Garrett's in full support of that. So, yep, I'm And same thing with like physical, like I'm struggling with my body right now, my body image, but I also am like so happy with the fact that this is the result of me getting my body wrecked. So worth it. I think she's so worth it, and I know that I'll be able to get it all back once she is a little bit older and I can put her in the gym daycare, or she's old enough that I can leave her for a couple hours, because right now if I leave her for more than 2 hours, it's end of the world meltdown. And so because she just wants my boob and nobody else can help her but me, but I also know like this is temporary, so I just have to push through it. As far as how she's doing, her favorite thing right now, she loves to be standing, or she has like a little sit me up chair. It's the Ingenuity chair, but it's basically the same thing as like a bumbo, if you know what that is. She loves sitting up in that. She does have a flat spot on her head a little bit, but it's already starting to get so much better because she's sitting up more. She has an activity table that she loves to stand in. She just recently started, like if I set something in front of her, she wants to grab it and like chew on it. So her depth, like her vision and depth of field, I don't know how to say it, but she pretty much can see a lot better now. She's grabbing things. She started reacting so much more. She loves to smile if she's in a good mood. She is sleeping less throughout the day, so like trying to find things to entertain her, keep her happy is a little bit difficult at this age. But she is still taking, like I do not have her on any sort of schedule still. Schedules are hard for us with our lifestyle. So if you have a schedule, great if that works for you, but also we don't have one. So she'll either take naps in the car or she'll take naps here and there. I would say that she's still napping about every 2 hours. So when from the time she wakes up to the time she takes another nap is usually about 2 hours. Sometimes it's 1 hour, sometimes it's 20 minutes, but for the most part, I would say it's like 1.5 to 2 hours after she wakes up. Her naps are not super long. She'll sometimes take a nap for an hour. She'll sometimes take a nap for like 20 minutes. It just kind of depends. But as far as sleeping, it's just all over the place still. I do want to move her in here and put her in her crib though. I just need Garrett to bring the rocking chair in here and her table and stuff, because she does still wake up. Sleeping through the night, ooh, so hit and miss. She'll have days where she'll sleep like 8 hours, wake up and eat, and then go back down for 3 or 4 hours. And I would say that that's usually what she does, but every so often, I would say like maybe once or twice a week, she'll have a bad night where she's up like every hour. She'll have like a 4-hour stretch, and then after that she's up every hour. So it's really hard right now because she's so hit and miss. I'm grateful that it is hit and miss. Like she does have a lot of good nights, but those rough nights are rough, especially since I can't nap or anything in the day. It's like, okay, we're awake now and Paige is awake, so I'm up and doing things, you know. That's been a little bit of an adjustment, but she's not a terrible sleeper. She could be worse. I've heard horror stories. Like I said, she's chewing on things a lot. She still will not take a binky or a bottle, and she's nursing a lot. I think she's going through, I was talking to her doctor today, and she might be going through some sort of regression, which is the reason why she's cluster feeding so much. So she's eating like every hour. And like the sleep thing, it could just be a regression. Another thing that she's doing is sucking on my boob 24/7. So even if she's not eating, she just wants to suck, and she won't take a binky, as most of you guys know. So that's been a little bit hard. Honey, why are you eating my finger? She wants to put everything in her mouth right now though. Part of me is wondering if she's teething. Babies can get teeth anytime. Typically they get teeth anytime after 3 months. I would say that Paige didn't get her first teeth until like 6 or 7 months. So I don't know how Avery will be, but she's acting like she could be teething. Who knows? That's the hard thing about teething, is it's not like you could be like, oh, does your mouth hurt? Are you teething? Because she's a baby. She can't talk. Ow. She's still in size 2 diapers, but I do need to move her up to size 3. She's right on that like cusp of I'm trying to use up the size 2 diapers that we have. But I think she needs to be moved up to size 3. She's also in 3 to 6 month clothing. So she's not overly huge, you know, like she's still fitting. She's 4 months old and she's in 3 to 6 clothes. So she's kind of like on the bigger end, but she's not like humongous. She loves people giving her attention. She likes to be held. She loves to be held this way, like outward facing. If you try to cuddle her and hold her in, she gets mad. And she also doesn't like to cuddle, which sucks, because Paige was a huge cuddler. Paige would just cuddle me and fall asleep on me all the time, and she's not super cuddly. Sometimes she'll cuddle, but not a whole lot. It's usually when she's really tired at the end of the day that she wants to cuddle. I haven't given her any foods yet. Like I said, the doctor did say that I could start if I want. So maybe that'll be our next video, is her trying her first foods. But for now, she hasn't eaten anything other than breast milk. And yeah, I'm trying to think like what else. She does have eczema really bad on her back. It's clearing up a lot. The doctor said to give her, put lotion on it right outside of the bath, because that's when all of her pores are still open and she's a little bit wet. She's like more spongy. The way he described it is it's more like a sponge. Like when they're wet and warm, their skin absorbs stuff better. So I started putting eczema cream on her straight out of the bath, and it's cleared up a ton. But yeah, she's perfectly healthy. She's such a great little girl. We love her so much. Paige is starting to show a lot more interest in playing with her and, like, you know, interacting with her a little bit, which is so cute. And yeah, there's not much else. Oh, rolling. She started rolling. That's the only other thing. She can roll back to front, but not front to back. And I kind of already talked about that a little bit. She still can't sit up on her own or anything like that. I can hold her. If I'm holding her like this, she's a little weeble wobbly, but same thing with sitting up. She just needs a little tiny bit of support and she's fine. So that's why I put her in that bumbo chair, like the Ingenuity chair. She can sit up good in that because she has a little bit of support. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. I can't believe our little baby is 4 months old, huh? 4 months old! I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and comment below. I love to interact with you guys in the comments. And I will see you in our next one. Are you so happy? She's like dancing. Say, see you in our next one. Bye!